Hi all! Welcome to the Wings and Nozzle channel. If you, just like me, are cockatiel lover and want your cockatiel tame by landing on your shoulder and your hand. Today, we're going to learn super cool tips to teach your cockatiel to be tame. I'm going to show you from the last one to the first one that I consider the most important and indispensable of all. Let's go! 9th tip, let your cockatiel rest as long as it needs. 8th tip, vary and feed your cockatiel. 7th tip, don't bathe your cockatiel. 6th tip, avoid trying to catch the bird inside the cage. 5th tip, don't take your cockatiel by force. 4th tip, don't squeeze your cockatiel. 3rd tip, don't make attacking moves. 2nd tip, avoid picking up your cockatiel from above first. And most important tip, avoid noisy and busy environments. The key to taming a cockatiel is to build a trust. If you have a cockatiel or you've just acquired a cockatiel, you're in the right video. So, let's go! Tip number 9, let your cockatiel rest as much time as it needs. Rest also has a significant impact on the cockatiel's emotional and behavioral health. Adequate sleep helps regulate stress levels. A cockatiel that doesn't get enough rest may become more irritable, aggressive, or anxious. Sleep deprivation can lead to problematic behaviors such as excessive yelling, destructive behavior, and aggression. In addition, respecting the cockatiel's natural sleep cycle, known as the circadian rhythm, is essential. They usually need about 10 to 12 hours of sleep per night. It is important to provide a dark and quiet environment during the night so that the cockatiel can sleep without interruptions. Sleep deprivation can lead to aggressive and irritable behaviors, such as biting and yelling. Additionally, a lack of adequate sleep can contribute to boredom, resulting in destructive or self-destructive behaviors, such as plucking feathers. Maintaining a regular sleep routine helps the cockatiel feel safe and comfortable in its environment. A consistent routine contributes to the bird's emotional stability. Providing a suitable resting environment with a quiet and dark place to sleep is essential to ensure that the cockatiel gets the sleep it needs. Tip number 8, vary your cockatiel's feeding. Proper nutrition is critical to the emotional well-being of cockatiels. A balanced diet, rich in essential nutrients and varied, not only promotes physical health but also positively influences emotional behavior. Providing a healthy diet, avoiding nutrient deficiencies, and providing opportunities for food enrichment are all important practices for keeping your cockatiel happy, calm, and balanced. Include foods such as fruits, vegetables, extruded feed. Avoid giving grains as a base food to your cockatiel. While seeds are an important part of the diet, a diet based solely on seeds can lead to obesity and nutritional deficiencies, resulting in lethargy and other behavioral problems. 7th tip, don't bathe your cockatiel. If the cockatiel is not used to bathing, the experience can be scary. Sudden introduction to water can cause fear and discomfort. Ideally, start by introducing the water gently and gradually, allowing the cockatiel to get used to the idea of getting wet. Use a spray bottle with a fine, gentle spray, letting the bird approach the water at its own pace. Offer a shallow container of water so that the cockatiel can come and go as it pleases. Bathe in a quiet and safe environment where the cockatiel feels comfortable and protected. Avoid loud noises and excessive movement during bathing. Allow the bird to have control over the process, which can help reduce stress. Observe the cockatiel's reaction during the bath and adjust your approach as needed. If the bird shows signs of intense stress, stop bathing and try again later. Tip number 6, avoid catching the cockatiel inside the cage. The cage is seen by the cockatiel as its safe haven, a place where it feels protected and at ease. Trying to catch her inside that space can violate that sense of security. For many birds, the cage is a personal and territorial space. Invading this space can be perceived as a threat. Trying to catch the cockatiel inside the cage can lead to defensive behaviors, such as pecking or aggression, as the bird may feel that it needs to defend itself. Not to mention that space is limited and there are obstacles such as perches and toys, which can result in injury to both the cockatiel and the caregiver. Attempting to catch the bird in a confined space can lead to panic behaviors where the cockatiel may thrashing around and injuring itself. Forcing the cockatiel out of the cage can cause emotional and physical trauma, resulting in a bird that is easily frightened and develops a fear of human interactions. Let your cockatiel get out of the cage on its own. When the cockatiel is out of the cage, it has more control over the situation. She can choose to move closer or farther away, reducing the stress associated with forced handling. By allowing the cockatiel to leave the cage voluntarily, you are demonstrating respect for its space and contributing to building a relationship based on trust. Positive, voluntary interactions outside the cage help the bird associate human handling with pleasant, rather than threatening experiences. Encourage the cockatiel to get out of the cage on its own by offering treats or toys outside the cage to lure it in. Use positive training methods to teach the cockatiel to climb on your hand or a perch, rewarding it with treats or praise. Approach the cockatiel with gentle, predictable movements, both inside and outside the cage, to avoid startling it. Respecting the cockatiel's personal space within the cage is essential for maintaining a positive and healthy relationship. By allowing the bird to have control over its interactions and respect its refuge, you contribute to a more harmonious and safe environment for your cockatiel. Tip number 5. Don't take your cockatiel by force. Cockatiels have natural instincts for self-preservation. When they are forcibly caught, they may feel like they are being attacked, which triggers stress and fear responses. Forcibly grabbing your cockatiel can cause it to perceive you as a threat, resulting in defensive behavior such as pecking and yelling. Forcing handling can cause the cockatiel to lose trust in you. Trust is essential for a healthy relationship between you and your bird. Take the time to gain the bird's trust while respecting its rhythm and boundaries. Forcing handling can make training much more difficult. The cockatiel may associate training with negative experiences and resist participating. Positive training, which is the most effective way to train birds, relies on confidence and positive reinforcement. Taking it by force compromises these principles. To avoid these problems, I recommend some practices for handling cockatiels in a positive and respectful manner. Approach slowly and calmly, allowing the cockatiel to see you approach. Always use rewards, such as treats or toys, to encourage the bird to climb into your hand voluntarily. Keep movement smooth and predictable to avoid startling her. By following these practices, you help ensure that the cockatiel feels safe, respected, and comfortable, fostering a positive and healthy relationship. Tip number 4. Don't squeeze your cockatiel. Cockatiels, being birds of small size and delicate bone structure, are susceptible to injury if they are handled improperly. Sudden movements can easily cause injury, especially if the bird tries to run away or thrashes around in response to what it perceives as an attack. Therefore, it is imperative that any interaction with the cockatiel is done with slow, controlled movements, allowing it to feel in control of the situation. Tip number 3. Don't make attacking moves. Movements that mimic attacks can interfere with the bird's socialization and training process. Positive training, based on positive rewards and reinforcement, is essential to teach the cockatiel to trust and interact in a healthy way with their caregivers. Abrupt and aggressive gestures can reverse this progress, causing the bird to become more withdrawn and less receptive to learning. Thus, maintaining a calm, consistent, and respectful approach when interacting with cockatiels not only promotes a more harmonious environment, but also ensures that the bird develops a balanced and confident behavior, which is essential for its long-term well-being. Tip number 2. Avoiding picking up the cockatiel from above or behind is important for several reasons, related to the bird's natural behavior and emotional well-being. In the wild, predators often prey on birds from above. Therefore, when you try to catch a cockatiel in this way, it may instinctively feel threatened and go into defense or flight mode. This behavior is a natural response to perceived danger. To build a trusting relationship with your cockatiel, it is essential to approach the bird in a way that makes it feel safe. Picking her up from above can undermine that confidence, causing her to associate her hand with a threat rather than a source of comfort and security. This can cause stress and anxiety in the bird. Ongoing stress can lead to health problems such as feather loss, aggressive or lethargic behavior, and even illness. It can be physically uncomfortable for her. Birds have delicate body structures, and handling them improperly can cause discomfort or even injury. In addition, when a cockatiel is caught from above, it has no control over the situation, which can increase its sense of vulnerability and fear. Gentler approaches, such as allowing her to climb onto your hand voluntarily, give the bird a sense of control and security. In this case, the proper ways to handle your cockatiel are: approach it from the front in a calm and gentle manner so that it can see you coming and feel safer. Encourage the bird to climb on your hand voluntarily using positive training commands, such as offering a treat or a toy. Make slow, predictable movements when handling the cockatiel to avoid startling it. Invest time in training and socializing the cockatiel, helping it get used to human handling in a positive and stress-free manner. By following these practices, you will help your cockatiel feel safer and more comfortable, strengthening the bond between you and fostering an environment of trust and well-being. And the number one tip I give you is extremely important in the cockatiel training process. Avoid a noisy and busy environment for your bird. Prefer quieter and quieter places. Cockatiels are sensitive birds that are easily susceptible to stress for a variety of reasons. There are several factors that contribute to this. How to hear sensitivity. Cockatiels have a keen sense of hearing. Loud and sudden sounds can be perceived as threatening and cause an increase in the bird's stress level. They have survival instinct. In the wild, loud noises and sudden movements often indicate the presence of predators or other dangers. Therefore, noisy and hectic environments can trigger a fear or alert response, leading to stress. They feel a need for security. Cockatiels, like many birds, need to feel safe in their environment. When there is a lot of movement or noise, they may have difficulty finding a quiet and safe place, which increases anxiety. Excessive noises can interfere with the communication of cockatiels, both with their owners and with other birds. This can lead to frustration and stress, as they are unable to express themselves or understand what is going on around them. Beyond a predictable routine, birds like cockatiels thrive in environments where there is a predictable routine. Constantly hectic and unpredictable environments can make it difficult for birds to adapt and welfare. That's why it's important to provide a quiet environment with moments of silence and safety where she can rest and feel protected. Additionally, ensuring that the bird has adequate space to retreat and relax away from excessive stimuli is critical to its overall well-being. So, that's it, folks. There's nothing more satisfying than having a tame cockatiel in the house. A tame cockatiel provides pleasant companionship and interaction, creating a more cheerful and vibrant environment. Its social and playful nature can lift the spirits of residents and offer moments of fun and relaxation. Additionally, a tame cockatiel is easier to handle and care for, making activities such as grooming, feeding, and vet visits easier. The mutual trust between the bird and the owners contributes to a strong emotional bond, promoting a sense of well-being and satisfaction. This harmonious relationship can reduce stress and increase overall well-being, both for the cockatiel and the humans who live with it. Did you already know all these tips? If so, write in the comments to let us know. And if you have any questions, you can ask them in the comments too. Your question can be the subject of our videos here on the channel, so we can help other tutors who may have the same doubts. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to receive all notifications of upcoming videos. Check back often, okay? Now, I'm going to say goodbye to you. Thanks for watching this video and see you next time. I'll be waiting for you there.